What is the difference about a serial killer's brain and our brain? And is there such thing as a killer gene? To start things off, serial killers only have a few minor brain differences from the rest of us. Serial killers tend to have a minor defect in the amygdala part of their brain, which is the part of their brain that allows them to experience emotions. According to Moskowitz, the amygdala in serial killers is on average about 18% smaller than the rest of us. So while serial killers may understand what love is, they may never experience it the way that we do. Having this defect in the amygdala part of the brain leads to behavioral differences. According to the American Psychological Association, most serial killers have the same deformities in their brain as psychopaths do in theirs. However, this doesn't mean that all serial killers are psychopaths and all psychopaths are serial killers. Since serial killers can understand emotion but never experience it, they can understand what right and wrong is, but when the serial killer stabs someone, they will not experience the feeling of guilt, the feeling of doing something wrong, or the feeling of doing something completely unethical. Ostrowski said, "The problem with many serial killers is that they lack social connection. They lack respect from others, as many people label them as different, and most importantly, they lack structure." A surprising fact is that being excluded from things is linked to violence, so it is easy to see how these serial killers could have been developing these killer-like traits at a young age without knowing. The next question to ask is, are serial killers killers because they inherited a specific type of gene? Well, the easy answer is no. The killer gene does not exist, as there is no specific gene which makes someone become a killer. However, Smith said, a killer can be developed before birth. It starts with the mother's diet when the fetus is developing, and it carries on during the child's upbringing. If the child is surrounded by some serious sort of trauma, such as witnessing the murder of a parent, they in turn will most likely follow in the footsteps of the killer. Moskowitz said, the diet that mothers and their young toddlers should have, if possible, should include omega-3 fatty acids, as they are essential for cell growth in the brain and will help develop the amygdala. Beyond this, parents should look out for behavioral problems which can be spotted as early as the age of 3. The typical quote-unquote reward good behavior and punish bad behavior is outdated, because those with unemotional and callous traits will not respond to this type of parenting. The good thing here is that in a 3-year-old it is very easy to change the brain, but it gets harder as the individual ages. It's still possible though. These individuals can change these killer parts of their brain with social intervention. So this means killer behavior is not fixed behavior. A social intervention could be something as simple as a yoga class. The American Psychological Association gathered a group of inmates for a study and had the inmates take a 10-week yoga class. By the end of it, the inmates showed improved impulse control. So, we can see here that those with smaller amygdalas or serial killers can understand what caring for someone is, but they can never actually experience it until they change their brain anatomy.